Welcome to the LA Guys Podcast. LA Guys Podcast is filmed in front of a live audience.
Sick.
Hey everybody, welcome to the LA Guys Podcast. I'm your host, Charret. As always, we got Garrett over there on the touring machine.
For sure. What is that?
It's another word for a computer. Just showing my smarts today.
Is it?
Yeah, because I just wanted to prove a little bit. Before
Okay.
I get into it, though,
I never heard that.
we got Travis, our BMX expert over here.
Big
What's
T
up,
Rav.
dude?
What's up? T-Rav?
Dude, yeah, dude. Big T Rav unravel, dude.
You never heard my nickname, T-Rav, dude?
I have not heard T-Rav.
Because it's like if he rolls up, he's about to unravel, dude. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Like, pretty wild,
sure.
dude.
That's not good.
Honestly, pretty bummed, though, dude, because I'm still banned from the spot, dude. Can't go to Belvedere Skate Park. It's been 2 weeks now. It's kind of like making me go crazy.
Well, I mean, there's other skate parks you
Dude,
probably didn't.
you're just probably
Dude.
going to have to find a new spot.
You're telling me I have to go to another park, dude? But
Yeah.
I've been going to Belvedere for 15 years, dude. That's
Well,
my
I mean,
spot,
you
dude.
got to take a little break. Do what I do and just take 2 years off, you know? Voluntarily.
No. You got booted.
Nah, I just was like, you know what, homies? I get the anger. I'm angry about it.
No.
I'll leave for a bit.
But, dude, here's the difference, though. I went to the park on a bike with pegs, all right? You filled up the bowl with water. You
Yeah, I
know
know.
what
You-
I
yours is
I
way
would be
worse.
pissed, dude. What?
I don't know. I just did the water chip off some of the edges.
It took the homies like 5 weeks to bucket all the water out of that pool,
Yeah,
dude.
but did it chip the edges?
Are you saying pegs chip coping?
I'll answer it for you. No.
Well, look, dude. Here's the deal. He did not chip the edges. The coping is metal. So he's fine on that.
Are you saying that you can't chip metal? Because
I'm saying
I'll tell you what. I
I'm
can tell
saying
you
metal
what,
pegs
I'll tell you what doesn't chip metal.
for sure.
Water.
Yeah, no. That
All
was
right.
never
First,
going to be the problem with the water.
they weren't concerned about the coping, dude. They're concerned because they literally could not skate the pool because
Yeah.
it's full of water, dude.
Well, they could have surfed the pool like I did.
No, you didn't.
I surfed it.
You did not.
I
You
surfed
filled it up with water and then immediately
Put the
got
board down,
booted.
ran, and jumped. And went,
What did you? You just skimmed it. You didn't really surf
That's
it.
definitely
That's-
a skin,
that's a
dude.
skin.
No, surf
No,
because
then I went
wave,
back because
dude.
it caused waves when I did that, and then I ran back and I surfed those
Yeah.
like a boat, like riding behind a boat. You know,
Like, you mean...
you know what a boat is, right? You
All right,
familiar?
dude.
Yeah, I know what a boat is.
That's
dude.
No,
super
I'm just saying.
super condescending, dude.
You're just looking at me like you didn't know what a boat. Well, you guys don't seem to know what things are. You guys don't seem to believe me when I say I do things and I know things.
Yeah, dude, like... because everything you say is absolutely ridiculous, dude. Like,
Yeah,
you said you were,
but
what,
it's
in Africa or
I
something?
was.
No,
I was
you
a
weren't,
teacher
dude.
in Africa, and I used to chop down trees with my homies, and we'd make surfboards, and I'd teach them how to surf.
There's no way, dude. We've known you
Oh,
the
yeah?
majority of our lives.
Oh yeah?
When did you go to Africa?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I have a little surprise for you.
What is that?
I found my picture book.
You have a picture book,
And guess what was in my picture book? My photo album.
so you have photo albums.
You have
Yeah.
a photo album of you in Africa.
I do.
I don't believe
I
you.
found 2 photos of me in Africa with me and my teaching little kids and building surfboards.
When was this? I'm just curious.
2 to 3 years ago, like I said.
3 years ago. So we were all around 2-3 years ago. What month? What week even? Do you have any frame? Because we were hanging out with you pretty much constantly for the last.
Just
at
feel
least
like if
decade.
you like literally went to another continent, dude, like we would have heard about
we would have
it.
at
You know what I'm
least,
saying?
yeah, because you were gone for a while.
I wrote you letters.
No.
Well, I never got one,
Did.
dude.
I don't. To be fair, I don't really know your addresses. I just know directions to your house. So I don't. Maybe it didn't get to you because I was like left at, Cherry Street and
I mean, if you actually did write a letter, like
Wait, so you just wrote directions on the letter?
yeah, because I don't remember your guys' addresses numbers.
So it
I just know how to
definitely-
get there like visually.
Sure.
So,
So
I drew a little map where you would put an address.
no, and I totally get that. It's just that they definitely didn't get to us then because that's just not how mail works.
Yeah, I'm thinking that they need to really upgrade that.
I'm not sure that that's the issue. No, I think they're fine. Their system is pretty solid. Just having the
I
address.
don't know. They could always upgrade.
I guess in theory they are.
dude, if I was
there's
a
room for
mailman, I'm not
improvement.
gonna follow directions like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah, you
dude.
just look at it and you could just follow the map. I
Dude,
drew a
you're
little
probably-
map. There was an X on it.
Yeah, you're
for
probably drawing
treasure.
it with like crayon, like an 8-year-old dude.
No,
This dude's
I
wild.
drew it with charcoal from the fire.
Dude, you didn't. Okay, what time frame? What season of the year? Like
It was
around where you.
It was towards the end of summer.
Okay, of
August,
3 years
September.
ago.
Yeah.
So right around my birthday.
Could have been 3 to 4 years ago. I don't remember.
So you don't even remember.
Not exactly. It was a while ago. I know.
Big trip, kind of a big trip, but for you just don't even remember.
I don't remember
when
the
that
exact time frame. No, that's weird. Do you? Do you just remember?
happened. I don't
that kind of
remember
stuff?
when you were gone because I don't think you were gone, dude.
I was gone. I sent you the pictures in your
Is that
electronic
what these are?
mail. Yeah.
Okay. So you're telling me these are
Good thing about
Oh,
emails,
are
you
you
don't need to
kidding me,
draw
dude?
pictures. You just type it in.
So okay, these are super questionable. If I'm being completely honest,
Why don't you go ahead and blow that up?
I will blow that up. I'll blow it up, but the
Start with the one me
watching.
teaching.
Okay.
All right, well,
So now these are super questionable, homie. There's no way.
Yeah, bring
This
it up
is-
on the screen, and
this
we'll show everybody in the world that I'm not a liar.
wait, hold up. Is this real?
Yeah. Wait till it's up on the screen so everybody in the world can see that
All
I'm not
right,
a liar.
they're looking at it, but
There it goes. There I am. It's a little cut off, though. There it is.
never
Perfect.
fixed it. So this is an image of you teaching what looks to be, a pretty tribal group of African children,
Yeah, those are my homies, my little groms.
for sure.
Teaching them there the ABCs of English.
Okay. So
It's a hot day, too. I remember that.
Travis, do you want to take this? Because
all right, dude. So I'm just gonna be honest, dude.
Apologies.
I don't think
fine.
that's you, dude. Apology?
If you want to apologize for not believing me, that's fine.
I think we're good on that. I think we're good on apologies.
I mean, what, do your eyes don't work? That's clearly me. That's
Here's
me
the
teaching
deal.
some
Dude,
little
have you
groms.
been on the internet, dude? I know what Photoshop looks like, dude.
Photoshop is a pretty common program used
You
right
think
now.
I bought that at a store?
No.
You can download it, dude.
You think I bought it at just some online store? I just bought some
Here's
picture
what-
of me teaching kids. You think
Okay.
that's possible?
Okay. So,
I think what happened, dude, is you knew we were calling your.
Look,
your
there's me
Okay.
chopping down some trees with some of my homies so we can make surfboards. Oh, you can't make surfboards out of trees. Yeah, well, there we are.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, like, I'm gonna be real. This one looks a little legit.
This
It's
one
kind of
does-
concerning me a little bit. I don't.
Because ultimately, what we're looking at here is an obvious skill set that you're just not admitting to, which is super weird. And the skill set is not the fact that you know how to teach African children a new language. That would be a beautiful skill set.
For
But I think
sure.
it's pretty clear that the skill set that you possess at this point in your life is a pretty unbelievable editing ability.
No, I don't
and
know what you're talking
you're hiding that entirely because, dude. And for
The only thing,
record-
you know what
Dude.
the thing I learned, not only did I go there to teach, but I learned from this, don't go barefoot in long grass. It hurts.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's just something that you could have heard anywhere from anybody.
No,
but
look, you see my feet, they're buried in that grass. If you go back to it, you're
Right.
switching photos on me. But
Why
go
didn't you
back
just
to
wear
it,
shoes, dude?
There it goes. My feet are deep in that grass. And
I
it
think
hurt.
the
It
issue
wasn't
there is
great.
you had a
There's
tough
bugs.
time photoshopping your feet onto that grass without it looking weird. So
Looks
you
a little-
my
cut
feet
your
are
It
body-
buried in
looks a
the-
little cropped.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
I used the word
Oh,
cropped.
yeah.
like
Did
it
they
is-
Photoshop their feet
Definitely
to
cropped.
disappeared?
You know, but at the same time, dude, I will.
I don't see their
Dude,
feet.
I'm gonna be 100% real with you, dude. Like, if this is Photoshop, like, it's not bad, dude. Like, you're obviously you're looking at the direction of the
Yeah.
tree, dude. Like,
I think-
it's sick. dude.
because
super
I'm
dope.
looking at a tree. I'm cutting it down to make
Sure.
surfboards for my groms.
Look, obviously reality is shaky. I mean, depending on your perception, this is potentially did happen kind of in your mind, but the truth is that this is an image. Just an image of you that you clearly edited and are pulling up for the audience.
the
like,
guy on the right
dude, if
is
you could, like-
clearly
if you could, like,
looking right at me.
I think if you like
Right.
sort out like this
Right.
psychological issue, dude, like you can untap like a pretty legit skill set, dude.
Yeah,
You know?
I feel like all the
I-
effort you're going through
What
to
skill set to make surfboards out of trees? Because I've clearly mastered that.
No, I think the skill set here, and maybe a lesson to all the kids out there, is that
The alphabet. That's what I was teaching all the kids out there. A, B,
the
C.
alphabet's something they can learn pretty easily at school,
D, E,
first
F.
Or
grade.
YouTube,
Yeah,
like you know.
YouTube even pretty.
I even remember what I said. I was like, "Hey, little homies, this is
Mm-hmm.
an A, B, C, D, E,
Yeah.
F, G, H.
Did you just have to
I,
look
J."
closely on what the next ones
I
were?
wanted to make sure that they had it right.
Wait.
Because for the homies not watching, because the screen's up, it looked like you kind of squinted your eyes and needed to consult the photo to know the next
No, I
letter.
want to make sure that because the little groms wrote that. That's why it's all in crayon and stuff.
Nah.
And the word alphabet doesn't really fit on the board.
So you're telling me that little kids who don't know English wrote that pretty
That was
well?
part of the class. The little girl that's standing right there, she was like, "I got this, homie. I got
Yeah,
this.
I mean-
you're a great teacher. I'm gonna do this for you, homie."
And you're
She's
an
my teacher's
unbelievable-
assistant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So, but you remember a lot of like what
her
you
name's
said.
Janet.
See,
Okay.
this is what's pissed me off,
Okay.
dude. It's like when I
a good
asked you,
sign.
dude, like if you could Photoshop like some cool graphics, you know, for like my for my.
I told you I don't have enough money to just go around buying things for
Well,
you.
you know, you just were like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what Photoshop is. I'm like, then I see this, and it's like, dude, you obviously could make me some T-shirts and shit, dude.
You can take it down. I think
All right,
I think the
dude.
I
world's
took it
seen
down.
enough. I think
I
the
took it
world's seen
down.
enough.
I took it down. I think that, but just to be clear, so you obviously have an amazing skill of editing. But the other thing I wanted
Teaching. I have an amazing skill of teaching.
the other
little
thing I
groms.
just wanted to point out was that even though you are really good at definitely editing, I mean, you do not look like you belong in that picture at all. That one's kind of a shoddy. It's not your best work. Is kind of my point. That's kind of a shot. It's very clearly that you're just pasted there because.
Are you saying because I'm a white man?
You cut? No. I'm not. It's not a racial. No,
Well, you're not bringing it there, dude.
Because I'm a white man.
I am not making this a racial.
I remember
issue.
the sunburn from that door coming through onto my left arm.
All right, here's the other thing, dude. Is you remember a lot of details, but you do not remember when you went. This is like a huge trip, but you
3 to 4 years ago.
3 to 4.
It's not that long ago, dude.
No.
Do you remember what airline you took?
No, my mom. Well, not my mom. My mom's mom, my grandmother. She bought it.
Did you want to?
No, I don't want.
Okay.
We're talking
All right,
about
we're
this.
good.
All right,
No,
for
we're
sure.
good.
No,
I could
no,
name,
I won't.
I could
won't go
name
into-
every one of those children in that picture
Could
if you
ya?
wanted me to. Yeah.
Do you want
All
it?
right, dude.
Yeah,
dude.
I'll
I want to
do
see
it.
it.
Bring it up.
Well, no, because he's just going to make up a bunch of names.
Point
He
at
said
it.
That's true. I can do
No,
that too.
point at it.
No, we're good. We don't need to put people through that.
Point
First of
at
all,
a
you
guy.
already said the first one's Janet. That's
Janet.
highly unlikely.
No, it's her name's Janet.
Yeah, that's just kind of a name.
You got one of the little kid in the Flyers jersey there. That's Abungawale.
Yeah. Okay.
So that I don't. Is that even a real name, dude?
Yeah, it's his name. What do you mean? Is it a real name? Do you think that kid? Do you think I shopped that kid? Like I bought him at a store? I don't even know what you're talking about. Photoshop.
That's not what we're suggesting at all.
You think I went to like a Sammy's or something and bought this picture?
Sammy's, dude. Okay, so that's like a really specific store that is primarily used by working professionals for cinematography.
Yeah.
So the fact that you even know that store is extremely
I used to sleep.
kind of
next to it. I used
incriminating.
to sleep.
It's incriminating,
I used to
dude.
sleep next to it.
Yeah. Why were you sleeping
That's where I
next to
met.
Sammy?
That's where I met Steven Steinberg.
Who's Steven Stein? What are you talking
I mean
about?
Steven Spielberg.
No, Steven Steinberg. He wrote that movie.
What? Okay.
Which movie, dude?
Steven
Couple of
Spielberg,
them,
dude.
yeah.
You mean the guy directed Jurassic Park?
That's the guy. Yeah,
Spielberg, dude.
yeah. Steinberg.
Nope. You're saying a different name.
Whatever. Anyways, I think I proved it. Proved it again.
No.
Proved I can backflip. Proved I taught some groms. And proved you can make a surfboard out of trees.
Dude,
You did not
the
prove
fact
either
that
of
you
those things.
still like aren't giving Lil Homie from Minnesota any credit, and he's only 8 years old.
Isaac.
It's,
Oh,
Isaac, dude.
Credit
Mega disrespectful.
It's honestly
Credit
it's,
for stealing my
it's
backflip.
bummed me out, dude.
Even worse, dude. You're trying to act like you're this big philanthropist, but the reality is you're just a legit editor. I don't know where you got these skills, and I really wish you'd own up to it because we have a lot of different like. I'd love to, dude. You know what's crazy is that I'm actually working on a pretty dope piece, and I would have loved for you to be a part of it as an editor. But you know, I have to.
I wish I even knew what that
I have
was.
to get-
I'd help you if I knew what it was.
I have to get Jack or whatever to edit everything for
Jeff.
me.
Jeff's great. I love
Jeff. I don't even care about his name anymore because he's a terrible
Dude,
editor.
if you could help
because
Gary
dude,
to film a part, dude,
I'm about to
that'd be
put-
sick.
I'm
dude.
about to put together a huge. I don't know. I haven't told you guys this. This is what I'm saying, dude. Is I'm about to be featured, and I'm about to put together a pretty gnarly part, and it's gonna be dropping in 2020. And you could be a part of that as an editor, you know, but you won't admit to your skill set. So I guess I just have to roll with Jeff, and then this new dude Craig. So you know,
who's Craig?
you don't know Craig?
No, I don't know Craig.
You guys haven't met Craig?
No.
I haven't introduced you yet.
I haven't
No.
met Craig, dude.
Oh, dude, you guys, this is huge news. This is big. So, basically, I was approached by this dude named Craig, and he is a documentarian, professional filmmaker, and he saw my skills. I was shredding it up at Belvedere. Sorry, no disrespect, but you guys can't come there. There were scouts, and he was there scouting. And had you been there, that would have been a big deal for you. But sorry, dude. You know, it's one of the biggest parks in the country, as you well know.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
A
That's
lot
why I
of
can't
scouts.
go to another park, dude.
I was there. I think I saw him. I was back behind the fence. I was looking through.
So you're
watching.
peeping, dude. Okay, come on, man. That's you're making me look bad if you're out there peeping.
was-
People can see you, dude.
Yeah,
if you're out there peeping and just
Yeah,
act.
see, I'm not gonna do that.
Don't
dude.
lurk, dude.
Yeah,
The
don't
last
lurk,
thing you
dude.
want to do
Don't
is
lurk at the
lurk.
park, dude.
He's that Austrian guy, right?
Oh, it's a different country. It's Australian. He's Australian.
Same thing.
How do you know a lot of?
I could hear you guys talking about it. He said he wanted to manage you and
How
he was going
close
to
were
make a
you-
documentary for you.
Yeah, how close were you to that conversation?
Pretty close. I was just on the other side of the fence. I was in some bushes. You probably couldn't see me. I
Homie,
was
why are
sitting in
you?
some bushes over
Why
there.
are you crawling around in bushes right next to and peeping?
Just
Why are
hanging
you,
out with the skate park homies, you know?
No, clearly you weren't
No,
hanging
dude.
out with anybody.
You're just like on the other side of the fence in the bushes.
and you're
dude.
kind of spying on my. I mean,
I
you
would-
can hang out with me anytime, but why are you like spying on my
wouldn't
conversation?
I would
on
classify
you.
that
You
as
just-
being severely sketchy, dude.
A little bit.
I was there
Like-
before you even showed up, so I don't know if that's spying. That's just hanging out with the
No,
skate homies.
it's more just trespassing on a place that you're banned. There's a huge
Some of the
sign.
How are
with
you
your
kicking
face.
it though if no one
Some of
even
the-
knows you're there?
Some
though?
of the little scooter grom kids would just drive by and slip me their granola bars, and I munch that up, and then I'm like, "What's up, homies?"
Dude, that's super weird.
No,
that's
it's
a
great.
super weird. No, I don't think. I think that's
Just hanging out at the skate park. You know how it is. You don't got nothing else to do.
So the scooter homies know that you're posted in the bushes lurking through
Some
the
of the little scooter groms, yeah. The little like 5, 6
I don't trust the scooter groms, dude.
kids. They
You should
know
stay away
they're
from 'em,
just
dude.
like, "Hey, what's up, scary guy?" And then they hand it to me.
So you just said they call you scary guy.
No,
Yeah, well, you
That's-
just
no. I think it's like a cute nickname. That
no. I think
No,
they're
dude.
literally
it's
terrified.
a generational thing. I think.
Here's what I think is happening. I think that they think if they don't feed you food, you're gonna either attack them, steal them, or maybe even, I mean,
I do like to mess
molest
with
them. I don't know.
I do like to whenever they scoot by, I just shake the fence. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you."
That's not good, dude. That's
Dude,
Such a fun
Scooter
joke.
kids are generally like below the age of like 13.
they're typically mega
like,
youth.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm teaching them. You know, it just feels like I'm back in Africa when I'm hanging out over there. You know?
All right, dude.
Just
It's
teaching
just
the
the
groms.
your entire universe of how you operate is completely questionable at this point. All right, my point is, as you know, and I'll tell Travis about it. He clearly knows everything. Craig is this Australian filmmaker, super legit, super well connected, and he's dope, dude. He's just making a piece on my skateboarding and my vibe. He liked my vibe. He liked my whole steez. Basically, we just get together. He films and shoots me. He's gonna put it up on Vice, maybe Netflix or
He
Hulu.
shoots you.
Vice, dude?
No, he doesn't shoot. No,
Travis shot me once.
Yeah, dude.
That was
that was an accident.
an accident.
We don't need to bring that up, dude. You're still...
My bad. I'm just saying. I've been there. I get it.
It's not the
no,
same
dude,
thing.
he's not actually shooting him, dude.
It's a
like-
phrase for like camera, like you.
Make
like
sure you
with the
drink a
film.
lot of seawater after you get shot. It really helps with the healing process.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't think that that's true at all. I
go
think
ahead.
that that's actually one of the reasons
I
why
didn't
it
mean to
took you a
interrupt.
while.
I feel rude for interrupting. I just wanted to give you advice.
It was mildly
Just
rude,
wanted
but
to teach you.
that's all good. I appreciate you. Don't need to teach me that. That's one of the more destructive things
Is
you
there
can
any way I
teach
can get
somebody.
some granola from you or something for teaching you?
Is that how?
No, I'll ask the little groms at the skate park.
No. Oh, dude, hold on. Are you struggling for food? Are you?
No,
are
I'm
you-
just. It's like just a response, just a natural
Have you been
response that every time I teach somebody, I'm used to getting
You're not eating,
granola.
dude?
You're definitely not teaching these children. You're clearly scaring them, dude. And also, I just don't even want to talk about I'm having a tough time. You know, I'm getting a little. I'm trying to.
I'm honestly just now
I just want to hear about
confused.
your success, dude.
Okay, so, yeah,
I didn't even
thank
think
you.
you could skate that well, but
Cool.
now you got a manager
Oh,
and some
well,
sort of documentation going
Yeah,
on.
dude. Actually, there's a couple companies that would probably disagree with you, homie, because they saw me rip it up. They saw me I stomped that kickflip down the 5, locked in, pop catch flick. You know what I mean? Pop flip catch or whatever. So he saw it, and he wants to put together a series on me, and so we're gonna be filming that pretty soon. You guys should come out and kind of watch, but don't intervene. You know what I mean? Just kind of, you can come chill if you want. Just kind of.
Where are you going to do that? Because if it's Belvedere, we can't go.
No, well, we are gonna do a little at Belvedere.
Yeah, we can't go to that.
No, I know. We're gonna probably do Venice Beach.
Travis and I are banned.
It's a whole piece. I know. We know that.
He brought metal pegs.
You guys are going to
God,
Venice
That's not
Beach,
the
dude.
Yeah, his offense, although pretty aggro, is not as nearly as bad as yours, but we can handle that later. Yeah, so we're gonna be doing a Venice Beach piece. He's gonna be digging into my past, figuring out like kind of what makes me tick. And yeah, it's probably gonna be on Vice, Netflix, probably Voyage LA, some of the more prestigious pieces, places you can put pieces for sure. So pretty excited about it.
It's kind of
It's cool.
It's kind of irks me, dude.
I'm happy for you.
What? Oh, thank you. What's
It's just like we all know I rip too, though. You know.
that? Yeah, for sure, dude. Your time is.
I'm just. It's.
Why
I
can't you
think
just
it's fine.
be-
I think it's.
No, I'm happy for you. I'm just like,
Are you?
why can't? Well,
Are you happy for him?
I mean, it's fun, dude. Like, I'm glad for you, dude. I'm glad for you.
Are you
I'm just glad for you, dude.
cool?
But
good.
I'm
'Cause
just
I
saying,
feel
like, why couldn't? It's just like if someone came up to me, I would have been like, oh, dude, my friend Gary, dude, he shreds, dude.
For sure.
And I'm just wondering, like, why
Oh,
you say
dude.
T-Rab also shreds? He just can't be at the spot right now. But you
Oh,
should
don't
check
get me
him out.
wrong, dude. I'm definitely gonna bring you up like eventually for sure. But I think right now it's a little delicate just because your reputation at the park is pretty brutal. But look, hear me out,
All
dude.
right, for sure.
At the same time, dude, karma, dude. So it's like you reap what you sow, homie. Like I'm pretty low key at the park. You came in pretty aggro, so let's just let it play out, dude, and just be happy for me because this is a big get for me, dude. I'm gonna be, I mean, no joke, guys. I'll still be here for this, but I am gonna be busy, and so I am gonna have to maybe bail off of this sometimes because this is gonna be a big. It's gonna be a big
Dude.
come up for me. I'm pretty stoked.
You're not gonna be for the pod, dude.
No, you guys got to support me though. This is big.
No, I get it. It's gonna be nice having somebody that's on my level. Finally,
What
in the
level?
Sports in the action sports world.
What have you done in the action sports world?
Well, I surf.
Well, we know that
you
you
know
do.
that I surf. I
Have you ever had a documentary piece?
I'm friends with Kyler Newhall.
Kyler Newhall is a disgraced
What are you talking
ex-professional
about? No,
surfer
he's
who's
a legend.
he's
a
legend.
That's a
legend.
debatable
There's-
term, dude.
He's a champion.
Thank you. I would call him infamous. You know what I mean? When somebody's known for the wrong reason.
Straight up, dude.
He's notorious in that way. I mean, you're talking about a dude that had some pretty brutal, like, some sketchy situations go down. I mean, he was on top for a second, but I mean, now he's known for some pretty.
When he gets out in the lineup, dude, I heard he just swings on people, dude.
He swings on people.
Dude.
He's always driving up. Like, I think he's more
got a
known.
Sweet 4x4 Jeep.
But that's my thing. I think he's more known for having a sweet Jeep at this point.
Straight up.
Who else do you know that surfs with a gun on their back?
No, almost nobody, and that's probably the problem.
That's what freaks people out,
rifle.
dude.
And I think when
he just shoots into the water, scares off the sharks. Guess what Kyler's never had? A shark attack.
He's also killed dolphins, which are a sacred creature.
Well, they look like
up,
sharks. That's not his fault.
They don't. They
not
don't.
at
They
all,
got the
dude.
fin.
They have a fin. That's one of the commonalities.
They make the same noise as a shark.
They don't.
I
I think that's a complete. I think that's unique to the dolphin family.
After like you've shot supposedly you shot 10 dolphins, dude. You think like that's not an issue?
Dude, this dude gets on a board.
You ate them.
Tatted
we
up.
ate them together. I mean, they didn't go to waste.
You ate the dolphins. See,
With
this
Kyler. Kyler and I, he's like, you gotta.
I don't know. You should be talking about this
Earth.
on air, dude. I think that's like a hate crime or something, dude. You can't be eating dolphins.
It's not
dude.
a hate crime.
look,
Whatever, dude.
Look, it was a brutal.
He loves dolphins.
I don't know if he does,
dude.
because he.
How can you love dolphins if
shoots
you shoot that many dolphins?
and
dude?
he murders them and then he eats them. I mean, look, it's a pretty notorious. Kyler Newhall is not the type of guy you want to be. Well, apparently he is the type of guy you want to be hanging out with, because that's sort of your
basically
scene
best
now.
friends. We just surf all the time together.
That's not all right. If you want to be associated
I
with
think you're
that guy,
just jealous.
I'm
Not
jealous,
jealous,
Kyler.
dude. Just wary, dude.
Have you seen a picture of Kyler Newhall? Like, have you seen him recently?
Yeah, he's
The
got a
dude-
great body.
He's struggling, dude. He's declining quickly. Dude, this dude, Kyler Newhall, for those who are watching
He's got a surfer's
who don't
body.
know,
This
does-
man ain't drowning.
he does not have a surfer's body. Here's what happened. Kyler Newhall rolled up onto the beach, drove all the way onto the beach during a competition with his 4x4.
He was running late.
Blowing an air horn and shooting a gun into the air and going wahoo or whatever. Gets in, rips it up, but while he's ripping, he's shredding. He's just firing off, unloading clips on dolphins, dude, stingrays, pretty much anything that he could find. Stray bullets flying everywhere, dude. There were children crying. I'm pretty sure that night you guys ate a lot of that weird meat in front of a bunch of people that were like, dude, this is super sketchy. And then he got arrested. I'm surprised you got out of there. This dude is definitely a low-key psychopath.
I'd forget Jews. They couldn't do anything for me.
Yeah, well,
They were like, get this guy out of here. We can't even
that's a
understand
concern
him.
too. There's a lot of forgetting going on, but
But now, what? Oh, so you're going to hold one thing against Kyler Newhall.
it's a pretty
He won.
big
That was a
thing.
pretty wild day,
He
dude.
still won that competition.
No, he did not.
Yeah, everybody got off their boards and ran out of the water.
Yeah, he won by default because literally
Well,
nobody
a win's
else
a
would.
win.
No, like he.
Just because everybody's too afraid to compete with him.
No, that's exactly why he won, and that's not a good. When you're firing off a gun like Yosemite Sam, dude, and everybody's freaking out and running, and there's children running around, that doesn't mean you win. That means that you're basically a school shooter standing alone.
Whoa.
in the froth, dude.
You're in the froth, dude.
Just because you shoot a school of fish doesn't make you a school shooter.
That's
you're
literally
causing-
that's literally what he did.
Dude, you can't cause chaos like that in the froth ever, dude.
The froth is chaos. You don't
It
even
is.
know.
All right, that's a
What
good.
do you ride
all
your
right,
bike
I
out
agree,
there? You
I
don't
agree
even know
with
what
you.
you're talking about.
Um,
You can't cause chaos in the froth.
No, but you can't be the froth has its own sacred chaos. You know what I mean? You can't be interjecting a different kind of
Listen, I
some
know
unnatural chaos.
Just like Belvedere, there was no sign that said no shooting guns in the ocean.
For sure, but that's like a general thing that you would know not
Is
to
it?
do that.
Is it? Because there's
Yeah,
no
dude.
sign. Because if it was general, you think somebody would make a sign, just like no surfing at the skate park. No sign. You're allowed to do it.
I might make a sign, dude.
I think that at
You're
this
gonna
point,
put. You're gonna put. What? Why? Because you don't like Kyler? I'm gonna tell him you hate him.
I never said I didn't like him, dude. I just don't like that energy going into the froth, dude. Can't be shooting guns, shooting stingrays, dude. It's not cool,
Stingrays
dude.
sting people.
dude, I'll be honest, I do not like Kyler Newhall.
That
Every time I've
Austrian-
interacted with that dude, he's been super brutal, super aggressive, no chill whatsoever.
Oh, he's super chill.
I would disagree, dude.
You're just
He's-
mad because he spit tobacco in your face.
He spit tobacco in my face and pointed a rifle at me and said and he has a southern accent for some reason, dude. Where is
super
he?
weird, dude.
He was really high and he thought you were a shark. That's
I
why he
think-
pointed the rifle at you. He didn't shoot you though.
Yeah, I think he has a meth
Travis
problem,
shot
dude.
me.
I think this dude has a Confederate flag on his truck, dude, which is super, like, look, no disrespect, but just mega rednecky, and he's rolling up on the beach with like mutters on, dude. I don't know, dude. He's just not my style. I don't know if he's built for the beach scene. His whole vibe is whack. And
In his defense, it's not a Confederate flag. It was a white towel that got a bunch of shark blood on it.
I don't know if that's
Dolphin
better.
and
yeah,
stingray.
Dude,
I
the
guess
probability of that happening is insane, dude.
It just looks like a Confederate flag, but it's just
Pretty
from,
sure
it's
it's
just from
Confederate
wiping
flag,
the
dude.
blood of the stingrays and stuff off his mouth.
I mean, he's
a
obviously
common
a savage,
misconception.
dude. That's
He's a savage.
undebatable.
He's
but,
constantly getting into fights over that because people keep thinking that. He's like, nah, it's shark blood, dude. It's dolphin blood.
I just think he's the type of guy that's constantly getting in fights with people. You know, he's firing off like emptying clips and.
Because people
Are we having Kyler come to the pod?
I hope not.
He's not coming to the pod.
All right, good. I don't want him on the pod.
I don't want
I don't want any of
a
that
secret
energy,
for
dude.
you guys.
I don't
What?
want.
You'll see.
I don't
I don't know
like
about-
It's a little
what-
project. It's a little project Kyler that I've been working on that I had Kyler be a guest on. So
For
he really
sure.
helped me. He really helped me out. So
Okay.
All right.
the world's gonna get to know that you guys are just dirty liars. Lying
We're not
about
liars.
Kyler.
We're not. But this is all
Lying about
actually
one of
everything
my-
I said is super It's
one of
well
my best
documented.
friends. You're just lying about him.
Actually, the story I told is on the internet. Y'all can,
No, that's real, dude.
yeah, you guys can check it out.
pretty much
So,
To me, it just
Undebatable.
kind of
pretty
sounds
much just
like
a fact.
just sounds like you guys are a bunch of haters.
I don't hate the dude. I wouldn't say I like him though. It's just his energy is a little aggro for my taste. I mean, he's literally one of the most aggro, sketchy. He's one of the scariest dudes I've ever seen in
You
real
guys
life.
are just mad that chick Kelly Slater never tweeted
It's
about
not a
you
girl.
guys.
It's not a girl.
You remember that?
dude,
Kelly
okay.
Slater was like, F Kyler Newhall. And I was like, fuck, Kyler Newhall.
No. All right, Kelly. Okay.
It's because he punched
wanna-
Kelly Slater in the face, dude,
And also
which was
Kelly
not cool,
Slater's
dude.
not
And he's
a
also the most famous surfer of all time, and it's definitely dude. And you definitely played Kelly Slater's Pro Surfer, dude.
Yeah.
That's
You
dude.
literally know he's on the cover of a video game that you play, and somehow you don't know that it's
I don't know.
a dude.
No.
Not you can't just say no to that.
Kelly's a guy.
Dude,
They're
we
a girl.
played that.
Kelly's a girl.
It's a girl's name, dude. We'll
Kelly's
give
a
you
girl's
both
name.
names, but it's not.
We'll
a
give you
girl,
that.
I don't know. I think you guys are just hating because Kyler, shoved him off his board and won that competition and beat Kelly Slater.
He didn't beat Kelly Slater, dude.
dude. No, he salted him. Dude.
He assaulted Kelly, and then assaulted an entire school of dolphins, dude, a sacred animal, and ate them in front of a lot
He
of
thought
children.
they were
dude.
sharks. How many times does he have to say that?
I don't think he did because he was. I remember
Sharks
him being
swim
like, he'd be like,
in packs next to you with their backs out.
did he?
No, dude.
Because I remember him being on the board, rifle loaded, being like, better giddy up, little darling dolphins, and bang, 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 hey, ee, and he was making fun of them with that voice he's got. So it's like, if you're trying to say that he didn't know
That
it was
was
a
a really
dolphin.
good, I thought Kyler was here. That was a really good Kyler Newhouse.
Honestly, I have watched a lot of his videos. He's pretty fascinating. He's fascinating in the way Charles Manson's fascinating. You know what I
Straight
mean?
up, dude.
Who I can get down with.
Hanson.
No, I
Charles
don't-
Manson, dude. If we're gonna bring this up again, that's
I'm
Hanson,
tired of having
dude.
to
This is
correct
like
you
Hanson.
guys.
We're tired of.
If I correct you one time, just change it.
You
Why
think-
are you so dumb?
Charles Hanson, dude. That's not a real person. You're thinking
And
of the
it
band
might
the
be a real guy.
Hansons.
Again, it might
Okay.
be a real dude somewhere.
For sure. Somewhere in the world there might be a Charles Hanson, but he's not the dude that we're talking about.
No, you're talking about Chuck Hanson. That's who you're referring to.
All right.
Those are two different names. Those are completely different names. I'm talking about Charles Manson, dude, who reminds me a lot of your boy Kyle.
Chuck
Carl,
is short for child.
Yeah.
Kyle New
Psychological manipulation, dude. Might be a psychopath, dude.
I think a lot of the people that you interact with,
He's a psychopath when it comes to waves. He kills them. He murders waves.
he murders waves. He murders sacred animals of the sea, and probably he's murdered real people in real life. That's just my. I mean, I'm not trying to
Not
judge or
everybody's
anything,
a
but
murderer because you don't like him.
no, I think one time he's like, "I'll kill you like I've killed 7 other men." So,
He was in the military.
yep. And from what I know, he got dishonorably discharged. Look, I've looked this dude up because you're a friend of mine, and I care about you. I don't know. Again, just like your peer gang, dude. I don't know if these are the best.
I think you misunderstood him. He didn't get dishonorably discharged. He was just saying this honorable discharge I got. He was pointing out, but it's got that accent, so it sounded like dishonorable.
no,
But
I
he
think
said this on. Like I was like, what is that? He's like, oh, this honorable discharge I got.
maybe I misunderstood, but I'm pretty sure I looked it up. I mean, it's on Wikipedia. What he did in the military is pretty sketchy, and he's the type of guy I feel like goes to
protect
war.
our freedoms. That's sketchy to you.
Well, I think protecting our freedoms and just
You believe this?
raiding
I think
villages.
Gary's a columnist.
Dude, he was
I'm not a columnist.
from what I remember, dude, like he got dishonorably discharged, but he stayed out in the sandbox, dude.
Yeah.
And then kept going aggro out there, dude.
He kind of went
Solo,
rogue.
dude.
Also, he was the type of guy that, from what I would like, he went way off mission a lot of times and was just raiding little towns. And I mean, dude, I don't even want to say this stuff on air. Some of the stuff he did, dude.
Listen,
I mean,
I'll admit he's no Jake, but he's a good guy. He's a champion. He's a legend, and he fought for our freedoms.
yeah, Jake.
No, dude, what?
Jake.
I'm just saying he's not as good as Jake, but he is a good guy.
No, he's definitely better at Jake, but
No, I'd say he's probably
No.
a rung below Jake in terms of like good people and like really good friends.
Jake is, and you know where I stand on Jake. Super whack, but Jake's a way better dude than Kyler Newhall. But he's super whack. you know where I stand on that, dude.
Oh yeah, I think I tracked down that video.
I don't know, dude. What video?
The
Wait,
video you getting beat up at the skate park by Jake. I think
you found it?
I got leads. I gotta walk over to East LA later, but.
All right. First of all, he just put
it.
me in a chokehold. He didn't. He wasn't fighting fair because he didn't tell me he had grappling skills.
We'll see. I haven't seen the video yet. But
yeah.
We'll see.
At this point.
Straight up though, fuck Jake though.
Okay.
Oh,
He's
that's a little
not-
harsh. Harsh.
Fair enough.
Why is that harsh, dude? He put me in a chokehold at the skate park. I think he got off on seeing me get banned, dude.
Sure, that's one side of the story. The other side of the story, which we've heard, is that
we're going to see.
There was a lot more to that day.
Why do you want to play that clip of me?
I'm just
dude?
saying
it's an embarrassing moment in my life, dude.
I just want you to have a chance to maybe clarify your position.
All right, here's an announcement, dude. I'm about to start taking MMA classes, dude. I'm gonna fight Jake, dude.
Whoa, dude, I think you should.
No, dude, I'm gonna fight him, dude. In the park, dude. I'm coming back to Belvedere. You can hear this right now, Jake. I'm coming for your ass, dude.
Damn.
You can't go to Belvedere. You're banned.
I don't care,
It
dude.
just
I'm
doesn't
going
look
in there,
good.
dude. I'm gonna get everyone, dude. I'm going through there. I'm going ham. I'm taking control, dude.
T-Rav, dude. Homie.
What, dude?
I know you, dude. You know I got your back. But I need you to... You're hella aggro right now. I need you to calm down a little bit.
Well, he brought up Jake, dude. He knows. We
know
all
what
know.
It's a sensitive subject.
It's a sensitive topic.
You know
fair.
what would calm you down? You got a new This Week in BMX, don't you? Why
Yeah,
don't we
oh,
play
sure.
that?
You have a nice...
Why don't we play that one?
All
Fine,
right,
Clear
dude.
the
pull
air.
that up.
Dude. Yeah.
For
We'll play
sure.
the new This Week in BMX with Travis, and maybe that'll make you feel better.
Maybe
you know?
just
Get a
kind of
little bit
rethink
BMX,
that. There's no need to like
some BMX news.
learn.
No,
mixed
I'm gonna
martial
learn to
arts.
fight, dude.
Okay, well, maybe just for self-defense, but I mean, stay with
Nah,
me.
dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Jake. Jake's
No,
like
I'm-
so
I'm-
lame. You
I'm-
don't even want to
I'm
mess
sure
with him.
No,
Kyler
he's going down.
Kyler
dude.
could teach you to shoot, so you don't shoot your friends.
I don't need to kill anyone, dude. I'm just going in there and I'm just gonna beat his ass. Dude.
All right. What are you doing?
What's up? I'm Travis, and you're watching This Week in BMX. Coming up first, Dustin's mom got super aggro after he told her he was going to build a half pipe in their backyard. Although it would only take up a little bit of space, Dustin's mom was quoted saying, "You and your friends don't know anything about carpentry." Whatever. Next up, Jeremy just got back from the Northwest trip with Eric and the Seattle homies. He said the dirt jumps were pretty hectic and ended up hucking a fat 360 at Burlington. Sick. Jeremy also added that the weather up there was kind of bunk, but he got to try Sonic for the first time. Hell yummy, dude. Emotions ran high this week at Belvedere Skate Park after a local BMX legend was banned from the spot over the dumbest thing ever, metal pegs. We go live to Belvedere for details.
Couldn't agree with you more, dude. We're down here at Belvedere Skate Park right now, and if you really think about it, metal pegs are no freaking big deal at all, because skateboard trucks are also made of metal, dude. Back to you in the studio.
Couldn't agree with you more, homie. We're also getting word that the victim of this hate crime is planning on joining an MMA gym so he can grapple his way back into the park. Really rooting for this dude. Last but not least, the homies were shocked and saddened today after allegations that Corey spent his DoorDash money on weed instead of fixing his bike were confirmed. Despite the crew giving him hella shit, Corey said they got hooked up super fat, and he still plans to do a full send down the square rail if Dustin lets him borrow his bike. And Travis, you're watching This Week in BMX.
You guys can see it pretty well, dude.
For sure. So okay, looks like you.
I love that segment.
It's a
I'm a
dope
big
segment.
fan of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
For sure.
I get a lot of my information that way.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it was
a lot of local
pretty-
news.
Really weak at Corey.
Although,
Yeah, not cool, dude.
Not cool.
what's up?
You tell your homies you're gonna fix something, and then you spend it on the
Yeah,
devil's
just-
lettuce.
That is super weak. But did you guys know? So you kind of. I noticed that you kind of cut to yourself, green screened, or were you at the park? Because you were talking about it as if that was a different dude.
Yeah,
but
it
that
was
was clearly just you corresponding with yourself, or
Yeah,
is that something you're doing now?
Is that a,
No,
is
that's
that weird?
dope.
I mean, like,
It's his show.
it's my I
For
mean,
sure.
Like,
I think the story was kind of just made up, and then you just kind of saying that, which, I mean, actually, fair point. I mean,
dude,
trucks and pegs are the same metal. But
do you not agree with my statement?
I feel like it's a solid statement. I just feel like it kind of looked like you made up as though you were sending it to some different dude, but that was just clearly you in front of a. Were you at the park, or were
I
you
don't
just
think it
green
really
screening
matters. Dude.
yourself?
Like, it looks like the park. You know, like the viewer does get the point that
Sure.
what's going on.
Jeff told me it was green screened because when he went to the park to get it filmed and they kicked him out.
Okay, so it was
Jeff-
green screen.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah,
whatever.
Jeff
It was
told me
green
that.
screen. I'm not allowed to go near the park, dude. And speaking of which, dude, I may take it back. I mean, if you think Kyle would actually teach homeboy to box a little bit, dude.
To box? No, he shoots. Well, he can probably teach
Yeah,
you.
I'm
how
not
to-
trying to shoot anyone,
He
dude.
can probably
I
teach
need
you
to
how to
grapple.
scrap. He can probably. He's not much for grappling. He doesn't really have the stamina for it.
Can scrapping?
He can teach you how to surf.
Can scrapping help with someone that knows how to grapple though? Like, is that a fighting skill that can combat Jake?
Probably not. It's just a lot of wild
Probably.
scratching and biting and stuff.
Sure. I feel like training with Kyler Newhall is, a slippery slope, if I may.
Honestly, dude, I'm gonna be real. I don't know the dude very well.
Well, again, like I've said before, a wave is a slippery slope. So if anybody's going to teach you slippery slopes, it's probably Kyler Newhall.
I mean, if he can teach me to scrap for like a few bucks or something, I mean, that'd
Solid
be.
logic.
I guess I would do that. you
Yeah.
know?
I just my concern is that what Kyler is gonna teach you about is various ways to murder a person. Because
It's not
I think
a murder. I don't know where you're getting this.
I just think that's
he's a,
pretty,
a surfing legend.
no. He okay.
He
There is
murders the competition. Yeah,
and
sure.
and sacred sea creatures. So I'm just saying that a lot of what it seems like he knows how to do.
I'm just getting desperate, dude, and I need to get back in that park.
Why-
And there's no other way for me to do this unless I fight my way through.
That is not true.
The chaos.
No,
dude.
that's literally going to be one of the worst ways. If you want to get back in the park, dude,
Are you telling me to stay sitting
Just-
down, dude?
just chill out for a second, relax, dude.
You could try
let it
wearing
blow
a fake
over.
mustache.
You
ever-
could try
have you
that.
Try that.
You could try that. They wouldn't.
Throw on a fake mustache. You wouldn't even recognize you.
Yeah, it's kind of a good idea,
not a bad
actually, dude.
idea.
But the thing is, though, what if they know it's like a disguise, and then again, I'm gonna get grappled down to the
All
cement,
right,
dude,
here's what I could see happening, and just correct.
for sure.
Here's what I could see happening. We'll disguise you. We'll put you in a dope fake mustache. I think a lot of people are just gonna have no idea what's going on. You're gonna rip. You're gonna go to the park. You're gonna rip. A lot of people are gonna be like, "Damn, who's this dope ass '70s looking dude? I wanna chill with this dude. Be part of the squad." You infiltrate for a couple months, build relationships. You dude, we'll invite you to bonfires. I'll know. Okay, we'll go. You'll establish those relationships, and one day, after it's a lot of rapport has been built, we'll reveal it. And at that point, I think that they'll have realized, oh, I made a mistake. We too harshly judged you too quickly.
But
we
like,
could try that.
Do I need the same personality? Like, I don't understand. Like, is it just gonna be a mustache, or do I have to be a completely different person?
I would try to adopt an entirely different persona if you could. Yeah.
Sometimes I do. I go there in disguise.
We know. We know that now.
I take a bunch of charcoal from a fire from the night before at the beach, and I just rub it all over my face and my arms.
I think it's different what
And
you're
then
doing.
I just go there, and people don't even notice.
Yours is
I think they're more just afraid to look at you, dude.
Yeah, it's more lurking. I think people. Now I'm putting it together because I have been hearing about a sketchy dude hanging around the park and
I just cover myself
stealing.
in black charcoal all over my face and my body.
Yeah, and you're stealing granolas from children. They're not even really giving it to you. It sounds like
Everything I'm hearing about this, dude, it sounds so messed up. Dude.
lurky, sketchy.
I mean, dude, like
for all I know, you're trying to just sell snow to these dudes because you're short on cash.
No, I just want to hang out with the homies, and nobody's questioning
But
me. 'cause
why don't
I
you?
don't even look the
why
same.
do you need to put charcoal on your face, though, dude?
It just completely disguises myself. People don't even notice it's me. I'm just head to toe, and just burnt up charcoal all over my body,
Yeah.
I don't-
Okay.
I don't know. I don't even know if that's like.
except for my lips because it hurts my lips when I put it on my lips. So
I
it's
think
just
that's
my,
also something.
So if
called,
people were to look right at my lips, they would know.
I think the other concern with that is that is called blackface,
Yeah, I was
which
gonna
is
say
super 2019.
I don't know.
not appropriate.
We call
dude.
it charcoal face,
charcoal face, dude. I mean, I guess technically you have charcoal on your face, dude,
Yeah,
but it
it's
still
not-
is black.
but it's
though.
like
It's not
Kyler
inaccurate.
taught it to me because it's like an old army trick. You know,
Yeah, that's something that
you just
in the
rub it all
military
over, and then you just go in there and you dance around, and people don't even recognize it's you.
you just go in and dance.
Yeah,
In the military,
no,
that was something
at
they
the
did.
park. He
Kyler-
said,
That's
if,
something
he
you-
said if you dance, it'll distract people from looking right
I
at
think
your
you're a little
face.
confused, dude. I think what's happening is everybody's just ignoring you because they're kind of freaking everybody out. But people pretty much know exactly what's happening right now. People are saying, "Hey, I think that's Charret."
Like if you're going bonkers at the park like that, dude, people are just gonna avoid you, dude. Like I don't think you're. I
don't
don't
do it-
think
I
you're.
I don't do it all the
think you're
time,
getting
'cause
camouflaged, dude.
look-
you're not fooling anyone.
I get sick for a couple days afterwards when I do it, so I haven't done it very often. But
Good. That you probably
it's a
should.
great disguise. People don't even know.
But I don't think the concern is that it's a good. I think the concern is that you are lurking. Here's the deal, guys.
You should try it. You should just cover your face in black charcoal.
Nah,
I'm not gonna do that, dude.
I would just do the mustache. Look,
I think I'm gonna need more than a mustache, dude. I mean, I don't know. I need like a wig or something, dude. I don't even know if I'm gonna do that. It's either that, dude, or I'm
wig?
gonna.
Don't
Yeah,
wear a
dude.
wig. You look ridiculous.
What?
Who wears wigs?
all right. Well,
Wigs can look pretty real,
they
dude.
can look
No.
If you do it
super,
properly,
super
you wouldn't
authentic.
If
even
you ever
know,
wore
dude.
a wig, I'd slap it up.
Especially if you wear like a
I'm
wig.
against wigs.
I don't.
I wouldn't like it if you were wearing a wig and you
I
didn't
wouldn't
tell
like it
me.
either.
I get it though. I get that, but the thing is though,
I'd be okay with it.
You would be okay with it.
If he was
You'll
wearing
never
a wig,
catch me dead in a wig.
I think a wig's okay because if you put it like, for instance, if you wear it with like something that disguises it and makes it look like super
a headband
legit,
or something like that.
something like that. Like,
Are you wearing a wig?
Nah, dude, this is definitely my hair.
No,
dude.
that's
You better
his hair.
not be wearing a wig 'cause you know how I feel about him.
No, he's not
Dude,
wearing a wig.
Do you
Dude.
see that, dude?
That's a straight up
All
hair.
right.
That's just my dome, dude.
How about you? You wearing a wig?
Dude, don't come at me like that, homie. I mean,
You just know I don't like wigs.
I know, but it doesn't really make sense
I don't
because
like
there's
wigs
nothing.
because my dad left and he was a spy.
Don't.
He wore
All right,
wigs.
you're just gonna bring that up. Do you want to bring it up?
He wore wigs all the
Did he?
time.
Did your dad wear a lot of wigs?
Pretend to be other people.
Really?
What was he? Some like master of disguise or something? Or
No,
what?
he was like an apprentice.
He was like the apprentice of the master.
No, it was, yeah. He had him. There was a master, but he was an apprentice of disguise.
All right, so this is actually kind of interesting though, because I didn't know your dad wore wigs. So
Yeah,
this
he
is
was a
some real-
spy.
Well, whatever, dude. I don't
So
know a
your
lot
dad-
about
And then
spies,
he left
dude.
me, so I don't, I don't like wigs.
So your dad, from what we know, was engaged in Ghost Protocol, which is a pretty intense.
Spy operation.
It's a pretty intense operation, something I've been a part of, and
So you are wearing a wig.
I'm not wearing a wig, dude.
Ah, damn
Wait,
it,
what?
Gary.
What did
I
you
have-
say?
Gary, you
You've
know
been
I-
a part of Ghost Protocol?
Gary,
What
you
do
know
you
I
know?
hate wigs.
I know a little bit about Ghost Protocol. I'm not privy to talk about it, especially not live. But what I do know is that it is a wig-based job. It is a wig-based season.
Heavily.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's
When
there's
he
nothing
left,
wrong with
we
it,
had
dude.
4 trash bags full of wigs.
But why does that bother you, dude? I mean, clearly you're a man with a full head of hair. Why does it even concern you that a man would wear a
Yeah,
wig?
you wouldn't need a wig, dude.
Because my father left me, and it reminds me of it. So anytime my homies are wearing wigs, I
Did
get
he leave
upset.
you?
Yeah.
But don't you think that there maybe
And he left me with 4 trash bags full of wigs to get rid of. You can't just throw those away.
Maybe he was just telling you, hey, just in case you go bald one day, which you clearly haven't, here's some wigs you might want to
Never
try
will.
out.
My family has great genetics when it comes to hair.
That's dope.
Lungs, not so great.
Are you struggling with your lungs?
No, we just have a habit.
You smoke weed?
But I'm just saying, don't ever wear a wig. Don't let me catch you wearing a wig, because I'll be pretty upset.
Well, then what?
I'm
So
not
I just
gonna
have
be
to.
violent.
I might
I'm not
wear a
gonna be
wig.
violent.
I might wear a wig for like Halloween or something. Like, how could you hold me
No,
to that?
don't
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
Life's
actually
long.
true, and that's coming up soon,
Don't
dude.
do that. Just grow your hair out.
He's not
I
gonna have enough
can't. I don't
time, dude.
have time
Halloween's
to-
in 2 weeks, dude.
Yeah, I want to be MacGruber. I want to do MacGruber. I want to have the mullet. Remember
Just
MacGruber?
grow it out.
Dude, I was actually
That's all
watching
I'm asking.
MacGruber today for the
We-
first
I
time.
can't- I can't-
Hilarious,
Were you?
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hilarious, dude. He's got that celery scene when he sticks the celery stick. in
I've
his-
only seen like the first 30
Oh,
minutes.
bro.
Dude. I've never seen it before,
It's
dude.
hilarious.
I'm
It's
stoked,
cool.
dude.
It's a hilarious bit. But yeah, dude, I want to wear a MacGruber, a mullet. I can't grow that out.
Well, I'm just saying, as a homie, just grow it out. Just don't wear a wig.
I just think your
you know?
sensitivity to a wig is a little bizarre, if I'm being real. Because, like, look, man, I can say that from experience, Ghost Protocol is it's not something. It's something you have to do. It's a tough decision, and a lot of times you're making that decision for your family and for your friends, for their well-being.
I get that he did that, but I could still be upset about it.
It's okay, but maybe you just gotta, as an adult, just understand that your dad may have made a tough decision for you, dude, and left you those wigs just in case genetically something goes wrong for you and you need a batch of wigs. I'm not saying you're in that position. Clearly, you have a full head of hair, and that's not a problem for you. But just in case it ever does happen, you got a bag full of wigs, and that's a pretty good gift, dude.
You know what's really annoying?
You have a lot of Halloween options too, so you're not going.
You know what's really annoying about having a dad who's like an apprentice of disguise?
What?
Is I just sometimes assume people could be my father. I was at the grocery store the other day begging for change because I wanted people to change the way they treat the ocean. But I was like,
Hold on, back.
Wait, dude. So you really like? Do you need food, bro?
no, I just didn't. I saw somebody throw some trash in the ocean, and I went to the store and I just begged for change. I was like, please stop doing that.
Beg, yeah, okay. Do you know the phrase "beg for change" typically means you're begging for money? Do you know? Are you aware of that, coins and such?
Yeah, like this isn't a fundraiser.
like spare change.
Gary, how many times do I got to correct you a podcast?
It's hopefully.
If you're not going to use sayings right, just don't use them. You know?
I'm
if
not
you don't understand how sayings work, just don't use them. Am I crazy?
What phrase are we even talking about, dude?
beg for change.
That's a phrase.
I want a
dude.
change to happen, and nobody would do it, so I started begging for it.
No. Okay, I hear you loud and clear, but but when we say beg for change,
Please don't litter in the ocean. Is that
No.
that so hard to understand?
I think we'll table this one. We'll table it quick.
Anyways,
But-
what I was
Alright.
saying was sometimes because my dad's such a he's known for his disguises. I just sometimes think other people are my father, and it gets. I haven't been right
Is he-
yet, but
is-
I definitely.
So you would say he's a master. He is a master.
No,
of
he's an
disguise.
apprentice.
He's an apprentice.
He
Oh,
might
okay.
be a master now, but when he left, he was an apprentice.
Have you ever met a master of disguise
I have not.
since you were in that world?
Maybe I have,
Oh.
but I wouldn't know. Would you know?
Well, I know they can literally become another person.
Yeah.
And like there's like some like chant or something like you can like psychologically becomes
Yeah,
like the other character.
Turtle. Isn't
no,
it?
that's from the
That's the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
But I guess you could
What's the
disguise
chant?
yourself as a turtle. I don't think it's like become another person or something. You say like 3 times.
You say become another person.
Become another person.
Okay.
You know, it's like actually like
Dad?
you date. I'm not your dad, dude.
Oh, sorry.
You might be having flashbacks.
Sorry, I thought
But
you were.
From what I've read
I thought-
online,
'cause
dude, it
you
actually
sounded like him.
started in Italy, dude.
Okay.
And like slowly, like it got adopted by the CIA.
You know
now
what I
it's
love
like
about
all over.
you know what I
dude.
love about Italy? Spaghetti.
For sure.
Facts, I guess.
That's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's
It's
random.
delicious. Very spillable.
I mean, I get.
You think they would put spaghetti in bowls, but they put them in plates and they just fall over people.
Yeah, I mean, that's a struggle that you have. But hey,
Hey,
when was
I
the
I put it in a bowl
I don't mean
too,
to change
dude.
the subject, but we are coming close to the end, and
Hey,
I have a poem. It's
I'm
my
curious.
week for the poem.
When was the last time you saw your dad?
Oh, geez, 3 to 4 years ago, like right before I left for Africa.
Sure. Okay. Because I remember. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. We hung out with your dad on the boat. Remember that one boat when we were?
Oh yeah, dude.
When we were hanging. It
The
was like
22
a
foot?
boat party, and he was hanging out, and you were like, "This is my dad." We've seen your dad a lot. And
No, you're confused. I just assumed that those people are my dad.
well, and then you introduced me
be.
to this one dude, and he was. I remember actually it was interesting. He was balding. He had pretty thin hair, and you're like, "This is my dad." And then
Oh, so you saw him without a wig on.
yeah,
That
I
could have
think
been a
so.
wig. He could have been wearing a balding.
A bald
wig.
wig. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Well, yeah. So you say he disappeared 3 years ago?
3 to 4 years ago.
When did your mom die?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
But we do it. We're running out of time.
Sure. I
I
just
don't know
feel
why
like
you
they're
would bring that
probably
up. I'm being open and honest about my father, and then you want to bring that up.
because in the
I
past.
asked you before the podcast not to bring
Well, it's
it up.
become
No,
a
you did,
mystery
you
at this
did,
I
you
point.
said,
did.
could you please not bring this up?
You
And
did.
you
Alright,
were like,
straight
yeah,
up.
To
sure,
be fair,
homie. But
for
then
sure.
To be fair, I was just saying that you have
Just
in the
saying-
past connected both of those things. You've connected the Ghost Protocol.
can I read my poem?
Of course.
Or are you gonna
I
keep keep doing things I asked you not to? Do?
I just would love for to be able to get to know what's really going on with my buddy Charret. But yeah, I mean, maybe this poem will reveal something. Poetry is pretty deep, so.
All right, dude.
If we have any new viewers, we do a segment each week where we each read a poem. I'm going to read my poem that's
sure.
nearest and dearest to my heart.
Okay.
This was written April 13th, 2017 by Waynificer.
What?
Okay.
That's probably some name.
All right.
It's the title of the poem. It's a pretty long poem, so I'm just going to read a little bit of it.
Okay. For sure.
I Am an African by Wayne Visser. I am an African, not because I was born there, but because my heart beats with Africa's. I am African, not because my skin is black, but because my mind is engaged by Africa. I am African, not because I live on its soil, but because my soul is at home in Africa. And that's my poem. Reminds me of the
Obviously,
little groms.
that's yeah. Obviously, you're referring to the fact
So
that
you're really like gonna deny the
you're just
Photoshop
gonna
thing forever.
you're
dude.
just not even gonna own up to that one.
Like it was a beautiful poem, but I don't know how that connects to you because we all know you've
We know
never
for a
been to
fact
Africa.
You're just an amazing editor. It's the second or third time you've pretty much blown us away with a skill set that I would love. Again, I would love to involve you in with my Australian friend Craig. But yeah, it's pretty clear that you're just gonna stick to that.
I love Africa.
What country were you in?
Côte d'Ivoire. You have the memory of a goldfish.
Well, whatever, dude. I've been going under a lot of stress, especially because my house has been getting more and more rumbly and weird. I don't know if Gary, are you still coming through tomorrow? Are you gonna like try to figure that out, dude? 'Cause
I would love to. Yeah. What time are we thinking?
I don't know. I just thought you were gonna come over tomorrow night and just
I'll
see what was going on,
tomorrow
dude.
night?
Because it's just
Okay.
getting a little
Oh,
gnarly.
it's at
sure.
night. I can't
sure.
go. I'm not gonna be able to go.
We didn't say tonight.
I got no tomorrow night. I can't. At night I can't go. I'm hanging out with Kyler.
That's cool.
You can gig with Carler. I just
Yeah.
honestly just
I'm just saying
leave it.
I would love to help you out, but I can't.
We didn't. He did. I don't think.
I didn't invite you, dude.
I'm gonna be hanging out with Kyler.
He
Sorry.
wasn't asking. Yeah. No. I think we're good.
We're gonna
no,
do some late
dude,
night
I'll-
surfing.
I'll say this.
All right.
From what I've heard, I'm super concerned about what's going on there for you, and I
For
would
sure.
love to help you cleanse it. Basically, I'm gonna do a different. I'm gonna do a couple seances, and probably gonna enter another Ghost Protocol. It can be a little sketchy, but yeah, I would love to be there for you, bro.
All right.
I'll be there.
Do you still need me to cop a Ouija board or whatever?
I can bring one if
For
you
sure.
have one though. I would, but I might want to bring my own. I have a kind of my own Ouija board that's built specifically for trying to engage with certain. I mean, the ghosts that it sounds like you're involved with. Oof, I mean, I'm gonna have to gear up, and I would
haven't slept in a week, dude.
I would expect you
Straight
to.
up.
Yeah, I know. That's brutal. Yeah, I would hope you would you're probably gonna want to hang back on this one. You know what I mean? Like I'll come over, but like maybe you should just like it could be pretty intense. These guys could be mean. I'm just saying they could be really brutal, super offensive. Hey, it sounds like there's a pretty aggressive energy. So I'm gonna help you get to the bottom of that.
I thought I was gonna be running into the fire with you, dude. But I mean, if you want me to,
you can. Just heads up. Sounds like some pretty brutal ghosts. So I'll just we'll prepare. I'll do a couple seances, meditation practices, and we'll dive in. You can't come?
I can't come. I'm gonna be hanging out with Kyler.
That's fine.
We got a surf sesh. I didn't
You guys are gonna
realize
surf at night?
Yeah, night surfing. It's really fun.
How's that even possible, dude? There's no lights at the beach, dude. Especially in the ocean.
Yeah, you just go in blind. That's how you get better. That's how Kyler says. You just get better.
I think that's pretty unadvisable, homie.
Kyler says it's cool, and he's a champion. So
the dark black sea can be quite a dangerous place.
Oh, I know.
Okay, I've heard.
Do you do that regularly? You go
surf at night? I never have, but Kyler says it's fantastic. Usually I'm asleep at night.
I'm wondering also, as much as the relationship with Kyler is a concern, I'm wondering how much this might be a potential upgrade over the Pier Gang, and maybe we should encourage this.
All right, you know what? I'm going to be real. We haven't even talked about the Pier Gang today, and that's a great thing, dude.
Maybe, hopefully, you're starting to... Kyler for sure. Dude, you guys sounds like you guys are kicking it, dude. Feeling good. Starting to get, maybe back into surfing.
The Pier Gang loves Kyler.
Of course.
He hangs out all the time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, we should probably wrap it up. Do you want to talk about any table topics?
Oh, do we got some table? What do we got? We got table topics. Shoot. Well, I'll explain it. You guys can think of any at the time.
Sure, feel free to let them know.
All right,
table
dude.
topics
we know
is where
exactly
these guys or I will table some topics, and then we'll bring them up later to really hash them out and bring them to a conclusion.
And why is this needed? Maybe we should explain that. It's
because Gary's always saying things wrong, and so we gotta
So it comes back to that.
And if we just keep harboring on what Gary says wrong all the time, we just would never get through a show.
It's right. That's how
it takes a lot of time.
Okay.
All right, it's one. All right, if we're gonna go off that, it's one that's really been bothering me, dude, since last time.
For sure.
Equal librarian. So I've been really looking at it's equilibrium, dude. There's no such thing. There's no word as equal librarian.
Equal librarian is two different words. One is equal. One is librarian, which is a dope job. We're dealing with a lot of books. I'm not a big book guy, but it sounds pretty dope. But completely different set of words than equilibrium, dude.
I think I know a way to conclude this, or like to wrap it up to make you guys feel better. It's something my grandfather used to say.
No, don't.
Potato, tomato.
No, that's not okay.
It's just
potato what?
Potato, tomato. It just means you say it one way, I say it another.
Right. I think at this point, what's happening is there are a series of words, events, just general facts that you're talking about that are just not correct, and you're saying that I'm the one that's not correct, but I think that anybody listening can see.
Kind of feels like you're protecting.
You mean projecting?
Projecting.
No, he's protecting. He's protecting himself.
I think in a way I am trying to protect myself
he's just,
from slander.
Instead
of
just
libel.
correcting being wrong, just admitting you're wrong, learning. I could teach you. I'm a teacher. If you wanted, we'd sit down at the beach. I'll point at some letters and I'll help you out.
This is super frustrating because this is almost like a psychopathic switch, homie. It's like you're trying to make me apologize for something that you're dealing with. This is why we have to have so many table topics. Is because there's so many different things. I mean, this is another one I want to talk about. You have an amazing editing skill, dude, and we've had to table it like at least 3 or 4 times.
Listen, I know and do a lot of things in life, and I admit to all of them.
No, I think you say a lot of things.
I don't even know what editing means.
Okay, it's a pretty basic word. I think you know what it means, even if you weren't.
Is it French?
No,
because I don't speak French, and maybe that's the issue.
It's not
French.
Gary
thinks he can speak French because Gary tries to be all like fancy and above everybody else.
I'm not fancy, and I'm not above everybody else. It's just that my chakras are aligned, and that does help me have some clarity.
Do you know who knows what the top of their nose looks like the most out of the 3 of us? Gary, because he's always looking down at us.
It's not necessarily that. It's just that I do.
Right.
I think that tipping your chin up does help you connect with divine source.
You still kicking it with that wind, homie?
Oh well, wind is.
That's a good table topic. Because I don't want to be rude about this, but you are starting to smell a little crusty.
How so?
You're starting to smell like you've been living in the woods with a cult and you haven't been able to wash your clothes.
It's a little piney in here, dude.
I am not living with a cult. I'm living with a pretty dope community that I would love to introduce you guys to.
Do you guys compost?
We do not compost.
Because there's a smell of compost coming off of you.
It's like kind of like a rotten meat.
Yeah.
If you guys want to know, I have been consuming various types of Dave. As you guys know, it's a cleansing it's a
Yeah, at
cleansing.
this point, I assume Dave is probably pretty rotten. You probably shouldn't be
Dave-
eating.
Probably been dead for a while, dude.
Dave's been on
You
ice.
shouldn't
He's not,
eat
Dave's
fresh
been on
human.
ice.
no. Well,
But you also shouldn't eat rotten human and sleep
it's
on
not
the
human.
ground.
You guys are way off on that. No. It's you were totally off on that. Look, I will say it's starting to taste worse and worse. But the cleansing that I'm getting is deeper and deeper. Meaning, when I consume Dave, I'll go hours and hours of cleansing.
You know,
Hours.
that's fine, but it'd be nice if you would cleanse your shirt every once in a while.
Well, the problem is that, and this is something you guys aren't, look, I wouldn't expect spiritual novices such as yourself to understand this, but when you are on the spiritual journey and you are experiencing some of the more higher level chakra orienting experiences that I've been through, you do want to let spiritual resonance just stay with you. And a lot of that stays in your shirt. There's a lot of divine source in my shirt. So I got to keep that. You guys can probably feel it if you want to tune into that.
All right, I have two things that,
For sure.
so we don't have to table them. I can just bring them up now.
All right.
For one, it's pronounced chakra, and it's resume, not resonance. What I got to teach
Chakra's
this guy?
pretty close enough. Resume and resonance are just two different, two different words.
yeah.
I'm not trying
Always
to.
I have
correct.
two different meanings, dude.
It's not.
Travis talks about it all the time after the show.
Travis is more with me on this one, I think. But
I'm pretty straightforward and logical. Resume is something that you give to a job person at like a job interview. Residence like where you live, dude.
no, resonance is also a third word. That's not what I said.
Wait, what?
Resonance, and again, you guys are spiritual novices. I can walk you through it. Resonance is basically it is like, imagine like a gong, bong,
For sure.
and then it remains with you. It remains and you soak it in. So after I'm done cleansing, otherwise known as vomiting, I'll vomit all over my clothing and I let it remain because there's a lot of energy and power within that. So, and again, you guys should come by.
That's the thing we're smelling.
Oh, it's not. No. That's totally different.
It's vomiting on his shirt.
No.
So is this? You're saying this isn't a cult? Like,
It's more of a. I would say this. Here's what's interesting: is it is a. It's a community, a spiritual community. You guys should come in, dude. It's super dope. I mean,
part of me does want to roll just because I'm a little curious,
it's
but I'm
super
also
dope.
a little nervous.
You have to
dude.
wear matching clothes. It's all white because we want to be clean. But then when you're cleansing, you wear your regular cleanse clothes. It does cost $1,000, but that's nothing compared.
I'm out.
I'll help you
Charret-
guys. I'll help you guys pay for it. I mean, just you guys pay for it, and then I'll help you down the line.
There's no like little sneak peek or something like.
Once I blow up, once this documentary hits that I'm working on, I can pay for you guys' entry fee. But you guys should get involved. It's super it's chill, dude. I mean,
I just don't have a grand, dude. But I mean, like if you're down to throw down,
cool.
I mean, I'll roll at some point.
Yeah, no, you guys should come up and.
You should visit me at the beach, and I'll wash your shirt with you.
Nah, I can't.
You know what, dude? Like normally I wouldn't agree with him, but honestly, dude, it's getting a little stinky, dude. And
Is this one?
I'm just gonna
You
be real
guys,
with you, dude.
you guys are interpreting. I hear you. You guys are interpreting a stink as it's like a bad smell. What's actually happening is this is a pretty intense. Imagine like the smell of God. That's basically what I'm wearing right now. It's like a cologne. It's like if God had a cologne, and this is basically how I'm
You're
wearing
saying God
that.
wears vomit?
I'm not saying God wears vomit. I'm saying that the spirit
saying
of
God
God.
smells
I always thought
like
God would
vomit.
smell kind of pleasant, though. You know, like
Yeah,
nice,
like
like,
airy.
a
You would think
flower
that,
or
Like a
but-
something.
crisp wind.
But his ways are higher than our ways. That's what Wind always says. My ways are higher than your ways. Submit to me. Do what I and
So what you're
and
saying?
obey.
You're saying as human beings,
For sure.
what we conceive as a good smell is actually a bad smell to a god.
Exactly. In many cases, and it's a little more complex than that. But basically, what's happening is when you're vomiting a pretty deep, spiritually, like I said, resonant odor, and that odor it contains God. It's
Wait,
a
this
God
fool
odor. It's a
Wind-
God odor.
Who's the God here, dude?
Well, Wind is the representative. He's the divine representative, and he's building up to a pretty sacred moment that is coming up. That's why you guys should get in now.
So
Because
if we
next
met
year,
wind would smell like vomit.
Wind smells like, oh my God, dude. You should. You can't even get around Wind because he's so this
Pungent.
Yeah, dude. There's something so thick about him, dude. And it's so godly, and you can barely even stand without the. This is the crazy thing, dude. You can't even get around this dude without cleansing. That's the craziest thing, dude. That's how.
I mean,
full
so
of,
when you get close to this dude, you
You
literally
vomit.
yak.
You vomit on yourself.
no, you cleanse. No, well,
You
it's
vomit
not-
onto your shirt and then you just leave
No,
it there for
vomiting is-
everybody to smell.
Vomiting is a completely.
I hate to
different-
do this. But I think we're gonna have to actually table this till next
No. Vomiting.
table session
Just to be
because
clear, vomiting's different. It's cleansing is a different.
I'm actually starting to feel ill.
Oh, okay.
from the smell of your shirt.
That's a good thing, dude. That means you're cleansing. Wind always tells us you're cleansing. And because next year we're going to have a big meeting and we're going to enter the next stage. So this is good. It's good to cleanse because you guys want to get ready for that.
To the next.
We can.
I think you're
I'll talk to
thinking.
you guys.
I think you're thinking of beluga.
What?
Beluga. It's where you vomit after you eat.
No, I think
That's
that's
bulimia, dude.
I think we're gonna have
Beluga's
to
a
table
whale,
on that.
dude. All right, whatever.
That's gonna be.
We'll
that-
table you guys always
sure.
being wrong,
Okay.
and then you're vomiting on your shirt. But
don't
thanks for
like-
coming out. Let me say a couple of things before we get out of here.
Sure, for sure.
This is our number 10 episode, kind of a little celebration for us. Definitely, we're going to be here every Tuesday, whether you like it or not. You better like it. That's all I'm saying. Or Gary's going to vomit on himself.
No, it's not. I
Travis,
think
maybe Travis will be unbanned from Belvedere. We don't know, but you got to tune in every Tuesday on Twitch at LA Guys Podcast at 6 p.m. We're going to be here. If you missed the show and you want to catch it, every Monday following
for sure.
noon comes out the episode on YouTube. Just LA Guys Podcast. You can also catch up on clips. You can catch up on just
Very-
We're on the
it's just gonna be
gram,
great.
dude.
Instagram,
On the
LA
gram,
Guys Podcast,
LA Guys
Twitter,
Podcast.
LA Guys Podcast. Just check us out. Come
And if
check
you guys
us,
are
tell your
interested
friends.
in joining the community, just
Go
hit me
ahead
up
and
and I'll
go.
get.
We're out of time. You gotta. We can't.
No, I
promote that.
want to. Okay, I'll tell you guys. A
No,
different
no,
time.
Win doesn't. He doesn't
Yeah.
pay us.
Well, I can. I'll just. I'll
Yeah,
tell
we
them
have to
about
pay
it.
that dude like a grand. I ain't
Yeah,
doing that.
we're not.
I'll
Don't
tell you guys.
Don't
later
join
about it.
Wind. Just go to our YouTube or Twitch.